Right, we're back. Hello, folks. Well, what did Farmer Ben do there? Forgot to turn his Wi-Fi off, connected and cut me off straight away, as it normally does. Really frustrating. So join back in if you can. Welcome to everyone who's watching. Here we go, everyone's coming back in. Give me a little comment where you're watching from. What time is it? I know there's a lot of you up through the night watching. There's a lot of locals watching as well, waiting to see what's going to be bouncing about near yous come the spring, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Thank you for tuning back in. So this is the first batch. This is all the sheep. There's a little mixed bunch in here, a few different breeds. We've got some Rylands, we've got some Jacobs, we've got some Wensleydales. So yeah, very, very exciting. So the plan is we get ran up through here into this trailer. David's going to be in the trailer, is that right, David?
Yeah, he's got a wee seat in there.
Got a wee seat in there? Got a wee seat in here. They run in through here in the dark and we'll know what's coming. Scan the belly, see how many's in there. Depending on how many's in there, they'll get a marker, so a coloured marker. So there'll be yellow, blue, red and green. Green is what, C?
Single.
Single, correct. Blue is what, C?
Twin.
Twin, correct. Red is what, C?
Red's a twin.
Blue's a twin?
No, red's a twin.
Sorry folks, bear with me. Red's a twin. Farmer Joe says red's a twin.
Red's a twin. Getting over there.
And blue is what, Farmer Joe? A triplet.
And yellow.
So by the end of the night, we'll not know what's what.
No. What? Some of them will be having 13. No, so we're going, right. Let's run through that again correctly. So we're going to go through the colours here. We're going for green is. Single, correct. People who are watching, what is red? Farmer Fee, the watchers are deciding what is red.
Danger.
Red is twins. Blue is Joe. You're going for triplet with blue.
Somebody better write that.
I know what it was last year. We had red and green, so that was 1 and 2, wasn't it? Mine they had 2. So have we got a blue? Yeah, that's fine.
Really, you
Okay.
could ask Edith May. She'd make more sense.
Edith May would remember. Farmer Ben, of course, making a hash of it. Sorry, folks, but it's all right. We've got it. Hopefully, can everyone hear me? Okay, is the signal strong enough? Look at this lovely pen of sheep.
All right.
Carol says hi, Fee. Fee, Carol Perfect says hi. Hi, Carol. Hi, Carol, Fee says. Deb says triplets. Red is twins, Annette says. So everyone's completely confused, as am I. We'll not worry. We'll not worry.
To me, to you.
So now you're seeing the setup. Everyone's quite excited. I'm very excited. I'm actually really nervous. It's one of my favourite days of the farming year, finding out what we've got in here. Now, fingers crossed, please, everyone. Keep your fingers crossed that we don't have too many empties. Please keep the fingers crossed, because that is not what we want. We want a nice mix. Twins, singles, and maybe a few triplets. Lorraine says we can hear you perfectly. That's great, Lorraine, thank you. Maggie, hi Farmer, wishing you all have triplets. Wow. I don't know if we want all that work, Maggie, because that means we have to start twinning them on, etc. So twins would be ideal. Thank you for the 1,000 stars. That is amazing. Incredibly generous. Kathy says it's 9 AM in Mechanicsville, Virginia. What an awesome name that is. Why do some have dots already? So the blue dots, I think, the blue dots were when we were dosing them. So everything with a blue dot just now, like this one, came in the same batch. So this is a new batch that we've just got in. There was 20 that came, and they're breeding females. So they've been in with the males. They're probably a little bit later on than what our homegrown batch were. And the blue dot is to tell us who was dosed. So we had them all in the same pen, and we went along and dosed them all, and to make sure we didn't miss any, or if any got out and some broke out of the pen, you put a blue dot on them, and that tells you that they've been dozed. So don't worry about that. And any that don't, if there's any escapees, any that don't have a blue dot, then they've not been dozed, and we need to catch them again. So that is the practical reason for that. Now that I see the blue dots, which is well noticed, we might stay away from the blue spray, because that could end up being quite confusing, and we don't know what's in there yet. So these guys here have been in with our Wensleydale Tup, and our Wensleydale Tup's separated at the minute, but he looks like this lady, just a lot bigger. So the males are always a bit bigger, but I see there's some quite fat bellies in here, so we're hoping for a good percentage rate. David was saying that there's a lot of people had high percentage rates that he's been scanning, and there's lots of twins and triplets in there, so let's hope. My guess is, everyone, Farmer Ben's famous guesses.
Don't say it.
No, my guess,
Don't say it.
Farmer Pete, my guess is that we might have one or two triplets out of the Jacobs, because the Jacobs are quite notorious for carrying triplets. So the Jacobs are these. Sorry everyone, I know you don't know what, some of you won't know what the Jacobs are. So the brown and white patchy ones, that's the Jacobs, and they're quite notorious for carrying triplets, so we'll find out about that. Joe, quick one. Our new batch have got blue marks already. We're going to put on their bum. We'll put on their bum, that's what we're going to do. It's no big deal, it'll be okay. We'll manage. We have got one of our new batch in here that are, she has a bit of a sore eye. So I've got some Orbanin, which is an eye ointment, and I've got some Enjamycin, which is an antibiotic, which is the one Farmer Connor just touched there. That's what we're needing to get for the eye ointment and the Enjamycin. So this is the first batch that's coming in. Hey, on you go. You want them in here, Pete, where I am? On you go, on you go. This is the one that's bum we clipped on live the other day. On you go, on you go. That's you. That's you. We're on live, guys, so please behave. Right, so here we go. So this is what David's seeing. David, there's 700 people watching you at the minute, so no pressure. So, here we go. Yeah, we've got markers. Joe, will you grab the markers? Do you want to put the marker on when you're in there, David?
What was the ram date for them?
Beginning of November. Yeah. So you should be going first of April, end of March, 1st of April. Yeah, David will do it while they're in there. Are you alright with that, David? Just putting the marker on while you're in there?
Yeah. You got your markers there?
Blue.
So that is
Triplets.
triplets is blue. So blue's triplets.
Twins. Green is single. Okay. Farmer Pete's ready with his notepad. He's ready to go. Give us a little share on the stream, folks, so everyone can see it, please. That would be amazing. And a few likes if you're interested to see.
That's inside its belly.
So we've got twins on the first one, so that's a good start. Just on the back, just on the back would be grand. So that's a good start.
Single green?
Green is a single.
Somebody tell me what a single is. Green.
Green is a single. So that's one of our new batch. How far along, David, did you think? Can you tell her?
Yeah, she was about 65 days in lamb.
65 days.
Just over 2 months.
Just over 2 months in lamb, so that's about bang. So that'll be middle of April that she'll be due. So about 70 days. That's another twin. And for everyone watching, this is our friend that we were clipping her bum on stream the other day, and we were just a wee bit concerned over her. She was a bit skinnier, so that's a good news that she is in lamb. I was worried that she might not be because she's not in as great a condition.
So there's an extra one in here.
So
There's one body up here. There's one body
can I zoom in a
down
wee
there.
bit, David, here, just to show the stream?
Can you see it there?
Mike.
So that wee circle's the body.
Yeah.
Then there's another body down the bottom right there. And then I move the probe forward, that's the third one. Down the bottom.
So we've got 3 in there. So this one is triplets. So we're going with a blue mark. That's a Ryland. I think she had triplets last year, if I remember right. A lot of the Chocolate Rylands ended up having triplets last year, so we're going to have our hands full with that one. First triplet, Pete. Oh, is that Bo or Peep? I think that's Bo or Peep.
Oh, emotional moment.
Emotional moment for Farmer Fee. Let's see what we've got here. A single, Bo or Peep.
That's our first.
That's our first, yeah. So it's completely.
Everybody who Bo and Peep is.
So Bo and Peep, where you tell them, Peep, you fill them in who Bo and Peep were.
Bo and Peep are our pets, bottle-fed pets from 2 years ago.
Yeah,
2 years ago. Yep. So they're our babies that'll never leave, and this will be the first time
that we've bred with them.
Yes. So very exciting.
So they're quite tame. This is David gets his glove up underneath. No.
No.
The rams have not been away. This one's not looking as promising, I don't
It's
think.
not looking so promising, but there's a tiny wee spot of fluid just there. So I mean, there's a possibility she could maybe be 3 weeks.
Right, okay, so this one might be a bit later, so what
Just leave her without mark.
better put some mark.
Something for an odd board. Oh, there's a yellow.
Fee,
too.
can we have that yellow spray behind you? And we'll put that on. That's a possibility. There you go, David. Okay, so we've got a possibility there, so we'll not worry too much about that. The rams haven't been off of them, so it's very possible she's just not been caught as early as the rest of them. We'll go on to David's screen again. Let's see what's in here. It's looking a bit more promising.
Everything I'm looking at is in this sort of bottom part of the screen.
Yep.
That's like the uterine wall. These bits here are little cotyledons. And then the brighter the picture, like the denser the material is, so the bone shows up quite bright white.
Okay.
There's a head down there, and then there's a big body at the top here. You can almost see like the horseshoe of the ribs.
Yep. Got it.
And so there's nothing else, just the one.
Just the one in there. But we're still pregnant, so that's a good idea. That's a good result. So we've got. You're talking to 910 people there, David. Let's see this one.
Can they understand me?
They can understand you, very clear.
Yeah.
If they can understand
there's
you.
another body here. And all that black there, that's like the amniotic fluid that you'll see at lambing time.
Yep.
Comes out with them.
So that's the bag, as we call it.
There's a body there, that's a wee umbilical cord going into the lamb. And then you've got a second body up here.
This is amazing how detailed it is. So we've got twins in that one. So we'll leave David to crack on, and we'll check in with him in a little while. So that's a good result. Everyone in lamb, or should be, in a good majority of twins. On you go, on you go, on you go, on you go. That's you. Good, get up. Thank you for the stars, everyone. Like I say, if you are watching and you're enjoying the stream, finding this interesting, can you give us a little like and a share? And we'll try and reach everyone. This is a... Oh, what have we got here?
Do you want me to put a mark over the top of that?
Yeah, a bit fresh one on.
Yeah, a fresh one on, David, yeah. Is that a green? Is that a green? Yeah, we're on a single there. So give us a like and a share in the
This
stream,
is a
or a
new-
comment what you think's coming up here.
This is a new batch of textiles.
This is a new
we've got in.
batch, yeah.
Let's see.
What have we got here?
Single.
That's a
Oh,
twin.
no, it's a twin, sorry.
So a good... There we go, here's another one coming up.
This.
So this
twins out
in
of
here is David's probe that he puts up there, puts a little bit of gel on it and rubs it up. So they've not been fed. Oh yeah, a wee bit of water coming out there. So that
We're doing.
they've not been fed. So, is that triplets? Triplets in that one, so that's another good result.
That's only 2 triplets so far.
That's what we want though, isn't it? We're not wanting too many triplets. So they've not been fit 2 in a row. There we go. That's a good percentage off our new batch. We've not fed them in the last 24 hours, so they've been in very little grass, and that's just so David can get a better picture for his scan. That's a twin. So this is good news so far. Hopefully we continue this through the day. Oh, someone's not too happy about going up there. Very good news. So we've only had one that's a possibility that it's pregnant. The rest are confirmed.
David's a wee bit late. He's already done 1,300 ewes this morning at another farm.
So that will excuse him, I think. We'll let him off.
That's a lot of sheep.
That's a lot
in
of
the
sheep.
morning. I didn't ask him what time he's been out, but I reckon it's kind of early.
What time do you start, David? Not until it was light. He was outside, so no excuse, Pete says. Get the head torch on. Thank you for the stars. Jan sent 50 stars. Mary said 50. First Jacob coming in. Remember this one here? I said there's going to be a few triplet Jacobs. So let's have a look. See if Farmer Ben's right. Let's see.
Where's the Babs?
Let's have a look.
Sanami bowl.
Is it Bull?
Bowl. Still spring with the as well.
Let's have a look.
That's a red.
That's a twin. So a twin Jacobs, which is lovely. Jacobs are always good mothers. They look after their lambs extremely well. So you will, folks, be able to watch most of these sheep giving birth live, or hopefully a good percentage of them will be on live streams a couple of times a day throughout lambing periods. So are they all roughly the same time? Yeah, so they should be going when a close... Yeah, good. So they'll all be going roughly the same time. Farmer Pete's wrestling with this little Ryland, this little chocolate Ryland. Teddy bear sheep, remember? I was telling you on stream the other day. So if you're just joining us, folks, welcome to the stream. It's sheep scanning day. Very exciting. One of the most exciting days in the Dilscon calendar. Let us see what babies we're having come spring. So they're all due roughly beginning of April, and then carrying on into April. There's not been too much variation so far. So everything should be quite close together, which is going to be a lot of work for us, but we're looking forward to it. We've got another twin. So there's not been too many singles. Has there been many singles for you? Three singles so far. Eh? I know. This is Bo here. So she's wondering what's going on. Like, what's going on, guys?
Okay.
Get Farmer Pete out of the way,
now
everyone.
Dyslexic and colourblind.
Michelle says, whoa, more triplets. Yep, there's triplets. There's a lot of triplets coming. Let's catch up with some of these. Maz says, didn't think you'd done that till March. It's amazing. Yeah, you want to do them early enough so that you get a good scanning picture. So still plenty of these to go. And this is before the goats get done as well. Shared this wonderful event in Liverpool, UK. So excited so everyone can also get excited. Yep, definitely. It really helps the stream as well, so thank you for doing that. Patty, who's a supporter, Farmer Pete is getting up in there with them. Yeah, you have to. Very hands-on with sheep. You don't often do what you want them to do. Susan says red was triplets last year. Last year, Susan, I think red and green were triplets, so they got 2 dots. So a wee variation this year. Nice to change it up. Jocelyn says you guys are going to be busy. Yes, we sure are.
Nice high percentage.
Carol says no red ball today, Ben. What's a red ball? What am I missing, Carol? Am I forgetting about something here? Jean says, what do you do with all the sheep? Keep them or sell them? Well, we never count our chickens before they've hatched, but some of them get kept on for breeding and some of them move on to other farms. Sandy says, check the relay from one of the cream colour sheep had been limping. Yeah, that's perfectly normal. They weren't limping the other day. It's just something that they sometimes pick up on a different...
What's David saying there? This one's causing it.
What were we thinking of that one, David?
I think it'll be a single. It's just very late, so it's only about 35 days in lamb.
Oh, right. So this one... Oh, wow.
Yellow as well. She's very tall.
Yeah, if you give us a yellow, that lets us know they're the late ones. So this one will be hanging on. So that's about a month later than everything else. So yeah, that one's going to be clinging on. Let's see what we've got here. There's another red. This is looking good.
Look at that.
So this is a Wensleydale sheep. You can always tell by their noodle hair. It looks like they've got super noodles as hair. Lovely coats.
Huge big sheep.
Yeah, they're massive.
Want to see what's
These are one of Pete's favourites. Pete loves the Wensleydale sheep. Beth sent 200 stars. Thank you, Beth, and you're a supporter as well. Thank you. Don't forget, folks, if you're wanting some exclusive streams, some exclusive Q&As, and you'd like to see a wee bit more extra content from the sheep, a few extra pictures, etc., you can be a subscriber to the Dalscon page and a supporter. That adds you to a private group where there's loads of extra content on there as well. I think the link is hopefully on the start of this page, but who knows. Amazing amount of likes coming up, everyone. That lets everyone see what you're watching. Red Bull. Shelley says Red Bull energy drink. No Red Bull today then, no. Robin says, I had no idea what you meant by scanning the sheep. This is so awesome. So maybe I didn't make this clear enough, so that's probably a fault on my part. When you're talking about it all the time, you just think that everyone naturally knows what you're talking about. So scanning the sheep is basically the same as a human pregnancy scan. So we're just scanning to see what's in there, how many is in there, how far along they are. Oh no, empty.
Well, it's not looking promising.
That's annoying. Never good when you get a yellow. So that's probably our first empty of the day, which is a wee bit disappointing.
Right, last year there was one didn't take the Wednesday, wasn't there? We waited and waited and there's nothing in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, yeah. Vicky says, just pinged the hubby's Wi-Fi and all good. Are there any preggers? Loads of pregnancies. Mary says, I've lost count. Kim says, Red Bull's an energy drink. Yep. Red Bull's one of Farmer Connor's favourites. It's just when it said no Red Ball the other day, I was like, what's a Red Ball? But it's Red Bull. I get what you mean now. How often are you guys surprised because they have more babies than you anticipated? Well, we're always pleased when there's more babies than we anticipated, but you're more surprised if there's quite a few of them empty. That's when it gets quite disappointing. So, Mary says, do they all get shaved? So they get sheared, yeah, and they'll get sheared in the summer, but that's after they lamb, so they'll not get sheared until June time. Do you scan the goats as well? Yes, Jams. What's that? So this is the empties, David says.
Are you wanting to mark in those?
Yeah, yellow.
Yellow.
Wait a minute, because the yellow's for lates, isn't it? That's an aye on the. Maybe put a red on her head, David, please. So this is an empty as well. Is that another Wensleydale in there?
Yeah.
So not had much luck with the Wensleydales this year. That's a bit annoying.
That's why they're probably classed as a minority or a
rare breed. Yeah, that's quite disappointing. But it's all good. Let's see. What have we got here? That looks like a single. What colour's that, Pete? Singles. So Wensleydales quite often have singles, and when they have them, they're absolutely humongous. So yeah, we're going to be going over to scan the goats after the sheep. So there's plenty coming up today. Christina says, I lost your post for a while. Sure glad I found you now. I love your posts. I've learned a lot about the farm. Keep it up. Thank you, Christina. Susan says, is that Bummer? I think that was Bummer, because she's got a bit of a bald bit on her bum. I don't think she's in lamb though, is she? Or was that Bummer with the single?
I think the last.
But I think Bummer maybe had the single. So, if you're just catching up, folks, successful scanning so far. Plenty of twins. Pete, can you update us what we're getting?
Singles, 6 triplets and 17 twins.
Wow, massive majority of twins then. Let's see, this is Jacob. This is what I said was going to be triplets. Oh! Farmer Ben strikes again. Got it in one. What? How many's that have been through? Is that 3 Jacobs went through and one's a triplet? So Jacobs always give you a triplet. They always throw up a few triplets. Karen sent 110 stars. Thank you, Karen. What is possibilities? What is possible is that colour? Send that again, Chloe. I'm not really getting you on that one. Any of them have more than triplets? No. What's going on here? There's a bit of drama going on here. Bad bag. Fill us in, Pete.
she's got a bad vessel, bad udder. She's got a hard side on it, which means she's not going to produce any
So
milk.
she's
in
probably
that.
had mastitis at some stage.
But her other side's all right. So, but she's only a single, so she should be able to.
So that's okay. So as long as we've got one good side for a single, that's okay. We can manage away with that, no problem. So we should be okay. No one's had more than triplets yet, so it is quite unusual to get that, to be honest. We were just very lucky last year we had 5 bellies, but still all the goats to go and still plenty of sheep, or there's quite a few sheep. We're getting through them now.
Have you explained about 5 bellies?
So 5 bellies, for those of you that haven't watched before, 5 bellies was our goat last year, a boar goat, and she had 5. I'm going to go around this side and show everyone. She had 5 babies in her belly, and she gave birth to 5 babies. She needed a little bit of assistance from myself because, there we go, this is where they come out. She needed a bit of assistance from myself because they're a bit tangled up. Unfortunately, 2 of them didn't make it. They came out stillborn, but the other 3 were fine and they're still with us. So it was a success story all around. That's her head getting trapped in there so they can't go any further. Jean says this is loads of fun to watch. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Can they get pregnant after they scan them? Of course they can. It's only if you keep the male in though, and there's not enough that are empty that you would do that. The other thing that you have to bear in mind is you don't want them lambing all year. You want a good lambing season and then that's it, finished. You can't keep them going all year. It's just not practical farming wise. You end up with different aged lambs. There's a twin coming out, so she has 2 babies in her belly. Green single, red twins, blue triplets, yellow late, red on head, empty belly. That's it, Shirley, you've got it in one. The empty ones won't go back with the ram at this stage. That'll be them finished. It's too late for them. The tups, Maggie's asking about the tups. There they are, right there. So this guy is not a tup. Well, he was, but he's not got any nads anymore. He's been castrated. So the other 3 that you can see there, that's our tups from this year, and they all go in with their corresponding breeds. If it gets past 2 cycles, which is 4 weeks, and we think that maybe some of them haven't been served, we'll introduce other tups in with them all in a big group, and anything that hasn't been covered or served, as we call it, should be caught by the other ones. Hope that makes sense. Trying to explain it as best that I can. I would rather they have 2 than 5 and 2 don't make it. Yeah, it's very rare that happens, Joan, but that's probably correct. That's probably the best farming practice. They have 2 healthy ones that they can look after, because there's no way she could feed 5 anyway. Even triplets they can manage for a couple of days, and then after that they can't produce enough milk to keep them going. So everyone's asking about the empties. The empties will not go back with the ram now. The empties will be finished. They will go back out into the field and they'll try again next year. Bridget says she's learning so much. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. Let me have a look at these comments. Here we go. Elizabeth sent 50 stars. Nikki sent 200 stars. Patty sent 300 stars. 2 Patties have sent stars. The other Patty sent 50. Karen sent 110. So thank you, folks.
Just came through.
Oh, Pete, what did she have?
She's got 1, but she's really well on.
Oh,
So
how's that
she's
happened?
about 90 days. All the others are around about 60.
Wow, so that's mid-March. How's she? What's Peep? What have you been up to? Is that Peep there?
Yeah. Go there.
This is Bo,
This is Bo, and that one there, Pete.
and that's Peep. So these are our 2 pet lambs for everyone that's just watched from 2 years ago. So these are bottle fed by us, raised by us, and they're very tame. And this is their first year breeding with us. They've both got singles, so that's totally normal for their first year. The one that just came out is having twins. This one here, it just ran out. So, yeah, 2 singles, that's a good result. We're happy with that. And Peep is 90 days on, so that means she's only got 2 months to go. So it's going to be an early start to lambing. Very unexpected. I don't know where she's been that she's managed to get served that early, because that shouldn't be possible. Peep's maybe been misbehaving. How's the baby alpaca? He is fine. There he is over there. Thank you for the result. The response to the stream yesterday, it was great. There's loads of name suggestions coming through, loads of comments. That was brilliant. Can you give a triplet to an empty, or would they not have milk? They will have 0 milk. They need to be pregnant to produce their milk. So the triplets will get twinned on to the singles. So you ideally want a kind of ratio of singles to triplets, and you also want them to be going around the same time so that you can twin them on together, and she'll accept them as her babies, and they can basically, sorry, getting tongue-tied here, both have twins in that way. I know it's a bit roundabout way to talk about, to explain it, but one has triplets, one has a single. You take one triplet that was newly born and you put it in with the single, and they both have twins, and it's far better for the lamb, far better for the mums, because it allows them to feed both adequately and let them grow far better, because you would end up losing one triplet because the mum just can't feed them all. That's nearly a gate over. Right, let's get a roundup of what's happening.
Right.
Here's Farmer Pete coming to the run.
The results are in.
Results are in. Let's.
We've got one that's empty. We've got 8 singles. We've got 9 triplets. And we've got 22 twins. And we've got 2 maybes that are probably very late.
So there we go. That's for your notepads, calendars. Read that through again, Pete, please.
We've got one that's empty.
One empty.
We've got 8 singles.
8 singles.
9 triplets.
9 triplets.
Which works out great. We've got 22 twins. And we've got 2 that are very late that are possibles. And our 2 pets, Bo and Peep, just came through there when you were around here, and she is by far the furthest in lamb. She's a single in her, but it looks like she's been caught before the tops have went out, because she's, what did I say?
How's that? I just
90
don't know
days.
how that's possible. I'm sure she's not got half goat in there.
Well, that'll be something.
That would be an attraction, wouldn't it, folks? So yes, very successful. Only one empty Joe was it out of everything, I think, and then 2 possibles. Loads of twins, so that's perfect for us. 9 triplets, 8 singles. I think that was the right way around. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that works out well for us. That isn't a problem. Paula says, I am obsessed with your videos. Watching them helps me relax after a long, hard day of work. That is the idea, Paula. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. If you're looking for extra content, folks, extra Q&A sessions, more streams and videos and photos from what goes around the farm, remember you can become a supporter of Dilscon. The link is on our homepage, or hopefully it's on this live stream, and you get added to our private group where you can talk to the rest of the community. Cassie's, do you eat any of the lambs? No, we don't. That would be slightly weird to me. I know some people can do it. I think it would be a bit strange. Can Pete tell us at the end how many of each, please? Oh yeah, I think I'm a wee bit behind. So Pete has filled everything, everyone in on how many we have. I wonder. Hold on. Can I comment on here? Right. Okay. Let me comment. So, where's it, Joe? Grab the thing. Tell me how many there is again, and I can pin this to the top of the post. So 22 twins. Yeah. So that equals red. So I'm just typing this up for everyone so you know exactly what we've got. Red dot. Oh! I've had a nightmare, folks. No one's surprised by that. Had a mare. Right, here we go. Try this again. Right, 22 twins equals red dot. We have Pete. How many singles, please? 9. I'm just writing a post, a comment on here, and then we can pin it to the top, and everyone can see exactly what we've got.
We've got 197%.
197%. That's pretty good.
That's good. Yep. There you are. There's your results.
Right. So 1 empty. We've got 8 singles.
Where's my phone?
Which equals a blue dot. Green dot, sorry. Green dot. Bear with me, folks, just putting this on so you can all see. That means there's 9 triplets. See, we've got problems. Right, here we go, folks. 22 twins equals red dot, 8 singles equals green dot, 9 triplets equals blue dot, and that's posted. And then let's see if we can. I've posted that on there. Pin comment. Here we go. Farmer Ben's getting a hang of Facebook Live eventually, after all this time. So for those of you who weren't tuning in yesterday and are just joining us today, look what we had yesterday. A little boy alpaca, and he is absolutely gorgeous. He is a cracker. We'll do another stream on him later in the week. We've got a poll coming up for his name. Mum's name, I have to say, is looking like Betty. That's the overwhelming favourite after Betty White, who she gave birth on. She gave birth yesterday, and that should have been Betty White's 100th birthday.
I can't believe you don't know who Betty White was.
Well, I kind of knew. I'd seen her on a video.
No, you said you didn't know.
Okay, now we've definitely got some escapees. It wouldn't be a Dulscone live stream without a disaster, would it? So Pete's giving me some jip about not knowing who Betty White was. How am I supposed to know that? No, too young. So, plenty of likes coming up. Thank you, folks. Plenty of shares in the stream. I'm sure I can't see that at the minute. Incredibly generous in the stars once again. Remember to support the page if you can. Support the stream. It helps us grow. Helps keep the stream going, and it keeps us improving, which is what we're always wanting to do. Bridget saying Betty, yes, that's what she likes. Debbie said he should be called Domino. That is one of the names that's going to be on the poll. I think we're going to have to go with Betty for Mum.
I think so.
I think there's no even any point in putting a poll on it because Betty is so popular. And also she's white, so Betty White, so that would go perfectly. And she gave birth on her 100th birthday, so it has to be Betty.
And I were in Betty's tea room yesterday. I told you that.
Betty's tea room, Pete says. So it all ties in.
It all ties in.
So we just need our name for this little guy. And there's over 4,000 comments in the post on the live stream from yesterday. I know a lot of you were listening to me on national radio yesterday, which was exciting. Talking about the stream and how many views that we're getting, so that's all thanks to you and all of your views and comments and interaction with us, which is always brilliant. I'm sure you'll agree that he's getting his legs about him and he's looking very confident now, isn't he? He likes a drink. He's been sooking off Mum all day. He's been very happy, and Mum's very happy with him. Mum's doing great. She was having a bit of cabbage yesterday, a little bit of a treat. Sue says, what breed are the ones with the 4 horns? They're Jacobs. So that's Jacob sheep that we've got, and they're kind of spotted as well, and Jacob sheep are always a bit wild. Margaret says, come on Ben, the Golden Girls is known worldwide. Sorry Margaret. Pete, have you heard of the Golden Girls?
Yes.
Of course he has. Farmer Pete's a bit older, isn't he? Michelle says you did great in the radio yesterday. Well, thank you, Michelle.
Betty White, she's in The Proposal. Main character, apart from Sandy.
Yeah, I have watched that. Funny. Very funny movie. Like Ryan Reynolds as well. Let's see. You're not too young to know Betty White. She is all over on shows and syndication.
We need to get going.
Right, we need to get going, folks. We're going to come live from LP, which should be in about 15-20 minutes, and we've got all our goats to scan, so plenty more coming. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for sharing, liking, commenting. As always, you are absolutely brilliant. You're helping the stream reach as many people as you can, and we will be back in about 10-15 minutes, so bear with us. We will see you soon. Exciting always scanning the goats, isn't it? Keep your fingers crossed for a good result. So we'll see you in 10 minutes, folks.